This is a video for the group that owns Fetiche de Rouges. Radish came to his first horse trial of the year in the picturesque Thompson, Georgia. This event's called Pine Top, and Pine Top's got a legendary cross-country course. Unfortunately, the dressage and the show jumping rings aren't probably what you see in Wellington. But they've got a really nice, soft, smooth, open cross-country course. So it's a great event to start Radish on in the year. I started him at a very, very easy level. We started at the open preliminary level. If you remember, Radish finished the season last year at the advanced level, the very top level of the sport. So this was actually 2 grades easier than what he competed at. Doing this is, like I always find, the first event of the year, they're a little bit nervous and fresh and frantic. It's also February, and we want this horse peaking at Bromont in June, so there's no need in my mind to do anything too big and wild early in the year. And Radish, he's a highly strung horse, with especially the jumping, or most importantly the cross country is one of the biggest challenges we got. We've got ourselves a great galloper and an awesome jumper, but he's a bit wild. He gets a little fresh and frantic, and I feel like going to just an easy peasy first event hopefully just gets a little bit of those nerves out of his system. So I was pretty happy with his dressage. So he scored a 32.6. The biggest thing I think I've been working on, which I've been getting in training really well, but not so much in the test here, is he's got a little bit of a short neck, and I've really been working at trying to get his neck to stretch out. And in our training, I've been really feeling like we've been getting his neck long and low, and then in the test, when you're in the moment of the competitions, especially in the corners, he gets a little bit rigid and stiff in the contact. And you can see there in the extended walk, he's starting to let go and sort of open up his throat there, trying to make his body a little bit longer. I think Radish he's born for the 5-star level. He's a galloping machine. He's a fantastic jumper, and I'd say his weaker phase is going to be the dressage. By saying that, it's better to have that than the other way around, especially when we get to the top of the sport. But he's no slouch in the dressage. Like he's very rideable in the ring, and the biggest thing I think is trying to present this frame that's soft and round, and this is a stretching circle, and from memory I only started getting the stretch about now, so we're sort of supposed to be a full circle in stretching trot. And he's got a little bit of ADHD, Radish. He loves sort of looking around and finding the odd thing to spook at. But I sort of knew what I was in for this first competition of the year. You've just got to accept that they're excited, and Radish hasn't actually been out eventing for some time now. His last event was at Tryon in the advanced division, so it's been a while since Radish has been to an eventing competition. Obviously, we've had him show jumping a few times, and again, he was a little spooky there at the first fence. Our next event's going to be a big one. Our next event's in 2 weeks' time, which is the Chattahoochee 4-star short. This is the premier event where some of the Olympic horses will be competing in Radish's class. It's a sort of important event for us because it's one that qualifies us for the final level of the sport. So it's going to be quite a challenge. I'm hoping they build not too over the top in difficulty at Chattahoochee Hill. Chattahoochee's down in it's very close to Atlanta, Georgia, so it's a couple hours from where we are in Aiken, and then from Chattahoochee Hills, Radish will actually ship all the way back to Chester County, Pennsylvania, where we'll go back to our main farm there in Cochranville. So this weekend was more just about getting Radish off the farm and most importantly, obviously the dressage and show jumping is not that glamorous here, but the cross country is wonderful. It's a big open field, big long course, and I just coasted Radish around. He was about 25 seconds over the time. The thing with Radish is he gets pretty fiery in the cross country, and so I deliberately went a little slow on him, and you'll probably see on a couple of these jumps is sometimes he lines up the jump and then he sort of charges at it the last couple strides. And the good thing is once the jumps get bigger, like it's going to be in Chattahoochee Hill in a couple of weeks' time, and hopefully backs him off. But over these preliminary sized jumps, Radish spotted them, and about 2 or 3 strides out, about now, he goes, "Let me at it." And so what I was sort of trying to do is not getting into a pulling match with him. So I think going a little bit slow on him's good for him mentally. It's good for his legs, and it sort of makes it slightly easier to work on the rideability between the jumps. I think our biggest challenge with the horse is his control in the cross country. He's very, very fast, and he's just a little bit too keen. And whenever you see his head go up as I get to the jump, it means that he's sort of going faster, and I'm trying to make him go slower, and he's like arguing with me, telling me not to try and slow him down. So it's a little bit of a challenge, but it's a good challenge. The alternatives not that good when they don't want to go at the jumps. The footing was good. As you see, it's raining a bit, so it was nice, soft ground. We had a little bit of a slip on 1 or 2 of the turns, but because we were just coasting around at an easy pace, I wasn't, I took quite wide turns, and more just trying to give him a relaxed experience. We finished, we basically finished in 4th place, and there was about 18 horses in the class. But like I said in my email before the event, this competition was more of a bit of a schooling show, and he performed well. He's an incredible jumper. He's going to be a very, very fast horse, and I feel like once he gets some more experience under his belt, he's going to get better and better in the cross country. We'll give him an easy week next week. I've got Brett Parbury's going to be up helping me a bit with the dressage. Peter Wild will be here at the end of the week. Probably give him a light jump, and then my guess is I'll give him another little cross-country school before we head to Chattahoochee, just because I think it's going to be a real eye-opener. His first 4-star short in a couple of weeks. It's going to be challenging, but we've got the man for the job. Radish is in great shape, and I think our goal of competing at Bromont in June is well on track.